Welcome to Know the Score with Decker and Dix. Don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Join us live Monday and Friday mornings, or sometimes Tuesdays or Wednesdays, and even an occasional Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, who knows? You can shoot us questions or just send us a comment to set Decker straight. Sit back, enjoy, Know the Score with Decker and Dix now.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
R.I.P. Denny Green.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Is that one of the best statements you've heard? Or do you like playoffs better? Or do you?
No, I like the Bears
Playoffs.
because Denny Green was, I mean, watching that game and the comeback was crazy. And
But it was a
Denny
preseason.
Green,
Was it a preseason game or was it an actual?
No,
it was a regular season.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. So,
I'm just gonna eventually I'm gonna start getting some Paul Allen little remarks in here when Arizona got the touchdown. Touchdown, Arizona! No!
Oh yeah.
Or you missed it. I can't. The game can't end this way.
This
Yeah, it
is-
can, PA. It can.
This isn't such and such. This is the playoffs or whatever he says. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. Good stuff. Some of those guys. PA's a good homer. I can't listen to him though.
Yeah.
I just can't listen on the radio.
Yeah.
It's tough for me. So the game went as is expected for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And for the people that seen me that day and went, the Vikings are gonna kill the Bears tonight. Well, they better.
Yeah.
I mean, people could say that teams at this point in the season are trying to win for the respect these teams are, I mean, if the Bears would have won, yeah, it would have put a chink in the Vikings armor and whatever, but for the Bears to win, it would have been a meaningless win. Yeah, Caleb would have broke his 7-game losing streak. But really, as Troy Aikman said, hey, I was 0-11. The only game we won was the game I didn't start that year.
Yeah.
And Troy Aikman turned out fine. There's some plays that Caleb Williams is missing receivers. There's ones where he's holding the ball too long. He's a rookie, not worried. Some of these other Drake May, Bo Nix, they've had bad games as well, but they've also had bounce back games too.
Yeah.
And so is Caleb. At one point, the Bears were 4-2.
Yeah.
And nobody was saying Caleb was a bust at that point until now we're losing. And all of a sudden, he's a bust. So I think you give him an off season with a new head coach, new offensive coordinator.
This is the most pivotal hiring the Bears will have
big time.
Forever.
And this has to work. If it doesn't work, you can't put them through what Justin Fields went through of 3 head coaches, 3 offensive coordinators. It doesn't work. You can't expect every January 1st, hey, here's your new playbook. Get it ready by April, and we're going to go over it.
No, I'm with you on that. As a Viking fan, I hope the Bears don't get their hire right, but I'm guessing they will. So I've been reading on X. Are they going to get rid of Poles? Is he going to resign? Is it what's going on?
I think Poles is fine. I think there's
I think there's like a power struggle going on. Maybe that's what it is. Just the X talk. People are just like,
possibly, but
everybody knows everything.
But the thing is, Ryan Poles and Kevin Warren, they're not on Twitter. So we have no idea. I mean, it's like you and I. If I had a beef with you, I'd be beefing back and forth on Twitter. Those guys, they're going to sit down in an office and talk about it and probably giggle about half the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
So
I got you. On that.
But the Minnesota Vikings, we'll start off with the Minnesota Vikings first off.
Okay.
Offense looked mediocre at best. Defense played well. And as you asked me before, was it a good Vikings win, or did the Bears just kill themselves numerous opportunities? A little bit of both. I mean, your guys' defense is legit. It's not one of those that they're going to give up 40 points and have to outscore a team.
Right.
I don't think.
So this is how I looked at it, Nolan. And I finally figured out, we were talking pregame here before we went on. And then I'm just like, it's like the Vikings are stuck in a gear. Does that make sense? Like they come out and they get into first and they're feeling pretty good. They put it into second and then they don't go to third. Is that what I'm trying? I mean, it's like they just kind of like, I don't know.
Well, because at one point in the third quarter, it was, what was it, 13-0?
13-0, yep.
And I'm thinking, we score a touchdown. I'm thinking, we could win this thing 14-13, just the way the Vikings offense was playing.
Yeah, yep.
But then, a couple miscues here and there. But, yeah, I mean, they're talking Vikings can win the division, win the number 1 seed if they win out. Yeah, you're getting a little bit of luck from the injury bug in Detroit, but you still have Philadelphia.
I think Detroit got beat by a better team.
Oh, yes, definitely.
On Sunday.
But they do have a lot of injuries piling up with Montgomery now out.
They have 22 players on IR.
Yeah.
22 players on IR.
Still scoring 40-plus points. And
yes.
You got beat by the MVP. I mean, that was...
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, just to stick with the Vikings, I think they can't get out of second gear. And I don't know if that's O'Connell's fault, if it's like, I mean, they seem to be running the ball okay with Jones, and then all of a sudden they kind of give it up.
I know. It's not a consistent 2 carries every down. I mean, every 4 downs. I mean, Aaron Jones should touch it on 1st and 3rd or 1st and 2nd.
Yeah. My thoughts there, but I get coming out and try and maybe go for a big play right away. I like that. You like that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You like that?
Oh, yeah.
You like that?
I love big plays, but and you're from watching Chicago football, you don't see a lot of deep plays from.
I'm interested to see how you think the Bears are going to do against those Lions this weekend, just to see what they have to say.
I have no idea. I really have no idea. I mean, I thought the Bears would put up a bigger fight in Minnesota. They did, I guess, for a while.
That score doesn't show how close that game was.
Yeah, it wasn't 30-13 though. It was more. It was more like a 20-13 last drive but Caleb took a beating.
Yeah, that one hit he took. Holy moly! You and I would still be laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So no, I don't know. I'm happy with the Vikings offense, or excuse me, the defense. I think they didn't blitz as much as they normally did against Caleb.
Right.
Because I think Flores knew that Caleb could probably burn him pretty well because he gets that ball out quick, Nolan.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, I've always joked with you that he's too slow. The game's too fast for him.
Yeah.
If I'm a Bears fan, I'm excited. I'm excited if they get this coaching hire right. We don't know who that is. We won't know until the end of next year. But
no, if they get Vrabel and he brings over Josh McDaniels, there could be some hope for Caleb Williams. Could be.
So you don't think Dingleberry's coming anymore? You were high on the Dingleberry fan.
No, I don't think so. Okay. I don't think so. But I think
Kingsbury, I guess his name is.
Yeah, a worst case scenario for the Minnesota Vikings would be being the 5 seed and having to go to Tampa Bay. Worst case scenario. Or the Rams. I think if they go on the road first round, that's going to be a battle. Now, if they get the 1 seed or the 2 seed, they'll be fine until obviously we're going to ramp up to the NFC Championship with going to Philadelphia, where the Viking fans are still a little hurt by their hurt feelings from some names being called or something. I don't know.
3 weeks ago, I would agree with you about your first statement. I don't know if I agree with that anymore. I think the team is starting to, if they can get to third gear, Nolan, they're going to be fine because their defense, it's just they got to get out of that rut. And I would equate that to my daughter's indoor soccer team, Nolan. First half, they're terrible, absolutely terrible. And I don't know why. It's like, let's get out there and start and let's go. And they just, and then they get like down one and all of a sudden something fires them up and they're like second half, they'll score like 6-7 goals.
That's like, our varsity girls basketball. Come on, guns ablazing first quarter. We've been outscored by like a bunch in the second quarter. Yeah. And I'm like, what are we doing in the second quarter?
Yeah.
But no, I think I just think if you go to Tampa Bay or the Rams, I put him in my top 6 for you, Chad, but I'm still not sold on Sam Darnold. Just because I'm a guy that looks to the past.
Well, you're at least you're calling him the right name now. So that's good.
You've always called him Tom Arnold. I've never called him.
You did. You did. You son of a gun. Don't be.
Well, I might have said it once, but you rode that train for months.
Well, it was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. It was good, but
yeah.
And then like Daniel Jones is like the second coming of Dan Marino, the way they were talking about him on Monday. It's like, God, 6 weeks ago when he was with the Giants, everyone was throwing him in the frickin' ready to put him in the leaf chopper, the wood chopper, and chop him up.
If you take a picture of the quarterback room in Minnesota, there's no way that team is a Super Bowl contender or a playoff contender. If you don't know what team it is, if you say, hey, would you take this quarterback room into a season? There's no way that you would say, I'd take Darnold and Jones and Mullins and
McCarthy.
There's no way.
But if you put Justin Jefferson on one side and Jordan Addison on the other, does that change your mind?
Well, depends on the game.
Well,
depends on the game.
So again, is Darnold a game manager? Is that what you would call him? Or are they counting on him to win the game for him?
No. Well, I think they're trying to get him to win games for you because of the lack of running by the Vikings. When they do run it, they're pretty successful.
4, 5, 6 yards a pop. I got a sneeze coming. So
yeah, hey, that's okay. We're all entitled to those once in a while.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I don't know. I'm
so
confused
you look at
by this
Monday
team.
night.
I got my Super Bowl tickets. I'm ready to go.
Well, he had 18 carries. I mean, what more can we ask? 18 for 86. Didn't seem like it.
Scored a touchdown. Had some. What do you have for catches? I think he had one, didn't he?
Yeah, he had 2 catches. But Justin Jefferson. Well, Sam Darnold threw the ball 40 times.
Yep.
Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison together, 22 targets.
And then what about Hawk?
An offensive coordinator was listening to know the score.
Well, they do.
Because we said this at the beginning of the season. Those two together, if not Justin Jefferson, need to get half of the targets in order for them to win. And the recipes are right here.
Yep. Hawkinson had a pretty good game too. He was making some huge catches.
He had 7. Yep. And he threw the ball 40 times.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of plays. You guys had over 70 plays.
Yeah.
And the Bears were sitting with about 60.
I don't know. So I got up yesterday morning, and I watched Get Up. I'm trying not to watch those guys. So I just wanted to see what they said about the Vikings. It was about a 2-minute talk, and then they went to the Bears and Caleb Williams. How Troy Aikman thinks that Caleb Williams should sit down for the rest of the year. And they also said there's no way that Kirk Cousins gets benched. Well, guess who's riding the pine for the rest of the year, buddy?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a wise decision?
No, I don't think it is.
Is Kirk Cousins done?
Possibly only because of his contract.
He's done, dude.
I mean,
if
he was able to get out of that contract,
he's so done.
Somebody could still sign him, but they're not going to sign him for those dollars. They're not.
Well, if he gets released, nobody's going to claim him on waivers, right? So then the Falcons are glued to that money, and then the Vikings or whoever could sign him for like what they did with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I just think he's done. I think he's in his head. He can't move. He's old.
He's not the problem.
Yeah.
He wasn't the problem in Minnesota, and I'll go to my grave with that.
Well, I know that, but he's kind of the problem this year.
Yeah. He's in Atlanta.
He's one game behind. They could still
put him in
sneak
Green Bay or somewhere like that. He's fine. You keep him in Minnesota. He's probably doing the same thing Darnold is doing, if not better.
Yeah, but they have all these weapons down in Kyle Pitts, Drake London.
Kyle Pitts has been a disappointment.
Bijan Robinson, Tyler Aguilar, frickin' Daryl Mooney, Des White.
You're
Willie Gault.
You're naming second and third stringers right now, besides London and Robinson. Darnell Mooney wasn't a good
Willie
receiver
Gault.
in Chicago, so Willie Gault was a stud. He's got a Super Bowl. Shut up.
Anyway,
he's got more Super Bowls than we do, Chad. So
well, that's true. That's true. So, all right. Well, should we do our top 6?
sure.
You ready for it?
I never did mine.
Well, it's pretty.
I don't know
easy.
why. Yeah.
Number 6 for me. They who did they beat? They beat someone rather easily. They beat the Seattle Seahawks. I'm putting the Packers back in as my number 6 team. No one for this week.
Okay. I'm going to mirror off of what I did last week. I have Green Bay and Denver as 6. Denver thought they were going to not show up this weekend, but they ended up turning things up in the second half. And so Green Bay, Denver once again.
So my number 5, and I have to explain myself because of all the injuries that this team has acquired over the season. I put the Lions at number 5. I think the Bears are going to beat them this weekend. I've got that feeling. So I put the Lions at 5.
Chicago Bear fans don't even think that.
Well,
but all right. Well, maybe they will. Who knows? I'm still going to pick Detroit in my picks. Maybe I'll get it wrong. I'm going to go Kansas City at 5. I had Kansas City at 5 last week. Yeah, they've got one loss only, but they're kind of like Minnesota to me. I just can't go down to Deadwood and throw $1,000 on them winning the Super Bowl. I really can't.
Yeah. So with Mahomes getting hurt, I got them at 4. Again, everybody say he should be sitting for the rest of the year, blah, 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 blah. He doesn't. That's not who he is. He wants to play. He's going to play, but I got him at number 4.
Okay. I'm going to go 4 with Minnesota.
Ooh, there you go. Moving up from what, 5?
Nope, they were 4 last week.
Were they? Okay. Well, I got them at 3 this week. I think I had them at 3 last.
Yeah, you're a homer though. So
yeah. I got the Eagles at number 2.
At one point, remember, I had Chicago as my number 6 team. So you kind of homered that for a while.
4 and 2. Can't go wrong with that.
Who do you got at 3?
3, I got the Vikings. 2, I got the Eagles. 1, I got
2.
the Bills. Yeah.
Well, 3, I got Detroit. 1, I got Philly. Or 2, I got Philly. Buffalo, I have 1.
All right.
I don't think anybody's going to stop that Buffalo train right now. Or Philly. Philly's playing well.
Philly's playing well. Barkley didn't have a very good game, but they still won. They've got a pretty easy schedule coming up, too. They got the Skins, they got Dallas, and they got the Giants. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. So the Vikings, as we talk, they've gotten some lucky rolls into games because of injuries and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They will get another one this weekend if Geno Smith isn't able to go.
Is he out? Do we know?
I haven't heard, but he was pretty wrapped up and in a lot of pain on the other night. And if he can't go, have no idea how the next guy, I don't remember his name, got a backup role in
Sam Howell.
Yeah, how he got a backup role in Seattle was the way he started off. And maybe he'll be better with a few reps under his belt, but
do you know where Sam Howell came from?
Probably Minnesota.
He was a Washington football team quarterback. He's like a number 5 pick. Yeah, he was highly rated.
Yeah, he's kind of But yeah, at Seattle, there's been some memorable games in Seattle for Minnesota.
Be tough. It'll be a tough game. It says here they face a tough road game at Seattle this week as they eye the potential division title. I don't think they're going to win the division title.
Who?
The Vikings.
Oh, they got a tough schedule.
I don't. Yeah, they're going to lose at least one, if not two, of those games. Got 2-game lead on the Pack.
Do they beat Green Bay and Minnesota? You could see a scenario where Green Bay wins out and the Vikings lose 2 games and then they drop to the 6th seed.
The 5 or 6. It doesn't really
5 or
matter.
6.
I don't.
No.
I don't think it matters where they're
It's
going to
Tampa Bay or the Rams. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I think we're
eyes on the prize for the number 1 seed.
Yeah, you got to go for that.
Yep. And will Detroit lose some more guys this weekend?
Well, so this is what my heart is telling me, that we're going to lose this weekend, and then we'll beat the Packers, and then we'll lose to the Lions. That's how I'm feeling.
I think they beat Seattle this weekend, but if they lose this weekend, they could be in jeopardy of going 0-3 to end the season.
I would agree with that.
And then you're still 12-5.
Yeah,
but you're limping into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or depends on what type of games, how they lose it. I mean, if Darnold comes out, plays well, you lose on a last-second touchdown or whatever. But if you go out and your offense starts to struggle, you can't get the ball to Jefferson, you can't run the football.
Yeah.
Then,
well, if you can't get the ball to Jefferson, you throw it to Addison or Hawkinson, and they're going to get you the yards as well. That's what we need to remember. And then you throw a little frickin' nailer in there as well.
Is there any distraction of Flores leaving?
No, he's not going anywhere.
Well, there's a lot of the talk I see. He's going somewhere.
Nobody wants him. He's going to frickin' throw a lawsuit out there. Again.
He's going to throw a lawsuit out? All right.
Yeah. Nobody wants him. Vikings want him. That's it.
Well, Chicago don't get him.
Yeah. There you go. What else you got on the docket for this week, buddy? We're going to do on Friday? I could go on Friday.
Friday's not good for me, though.
Okay. So then we probably better do our picks today.
Yep. So we got Thursday night. We don't pick it. It's Broncos at the Chargers. Should be a good one.
Broncos at the Chargers.
Broncos 9-5, Chargers 8-6.
That's going to be for a wild card spot.
Wild card, yeah. Nobody will catch. So our first game we're going to pick will be the Lions at the Bears, and I'm going to take Chicago plus 6.5, and I'm going to go with, for the first time this year, I'm going to take the under of 47.5.
I'm going to do the exact same thing as you.
Okay.
Chicago and under, because I think it's going to be chilly, and I think the Bears are going to win. Lions are going to come in cold, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, it is going to be cold. You could get some more injuries in that cold weather. Yeah, all right, Vikings at the Seahawks. Seahawks still battling for a wild card spot. Probably a division too, aren't they?
They're still with the division, yep. And so we got Vikings are favored by 3, and the over-under is 42.5. I'm taking the Seahawks, and I'm writing it down as another under. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
What was it? 43.5?
43.5. 42.5, my friend.
42.5. I'll go Seattle plus 3 and the over.
Okay. No one over.
So you're both under. All right.
Yep. And then we're going to Green Bay on Monday night. New Orleans Saints versus the Green Bay Packers. Packers are favored by 14. And the over-under is
that's a lot of points.
42.5 is the over-under. I'm going to take the Packers, and I'm going to go over.
I was going to do over too, because I think Green Bay is probably going to score 40 alone.
Yeah.
So I will mirror that with going to go the 14, and because New Orleans Not good.
Okay. How about you want to throw a little on the Philly-Washington game? Philly's favored by 3.5. 44.5 is the over-under.
When's that game? Afternoon game? Yep. 11 o'clock game.
What do you want to do? Tampa, Dallas?
No, let's do Philadelphia. I'll take
Okay.
Philadelphia points, 3.5.
I will take that, and I'm going under again.
I'm going to go over.
Okay.
That's where I lose all my money is on the overs. So
Eagles
and
and
you're
under.
going Philly.
Yep, Philly and under.
Yeah, there's some good teams playing. Rams will take care of the Jets easily. They'll still stay in contention for division.
Yep. Michael
Cardinals
Penix.
could win.
Michael Penix is going to come out and throw 4 TDs against the Giants. Good game to put him in. Danny DeVito's.
And a bad game to take Cousins out.
Yeah, Danny DeVito starting. Cleveland's got a new quarterback. Cincinnati will beat them. Indianapolis will win.
It's just crazy. A game behind and you take Kirk Cousins out.
Football is a game that's 100% physical and 50% mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. That's all I got. That's all I got today, buddy.
Yeah, we don't have much else going on. T-Wolves are playing.
Yeah, they're winning some, they're losing some. Just like everybody else.
Nothing on the MLB side.
Nope, nothing crazy going on.
And what about the what do they got? The NBA Cup? Is that what they're playing?
Yeah, the Bucks won it.
Oh, the Bucks did win it already?
Yep.
Oh, what the heck?
That was over last night. Something cool happened here in Minnesota, in southern Minnesota, for the first time. There was a all-female wrestling meet that we went to last night. Some of Lily doesn't wrestle anymore, but some of her friends do, so we went to it.
Oh.
And no boys were there wrestling, so it's all girls. So it's kind of like the first time that's ever happened. So
Nice. And
Congrats
North
to
Dakota has
them.
those now. Yeah.
yeah, so that's it's kind of
Yeah.
fun. I
Girls
was
wrestling's
there.
come a long way, yeah.
Yep. And they were some pretty good matches. I was impressed. But so yeah, that's it.
Big game in NCAA men's basketball tonight. UND will play going to Alabama, playing at home against Alabama.
Oh wow.
All right, I got somebody here, so I got to roll.
I will play the music out. So see you later, brother.